Hey, welcome in. I'm Precious, and this is an original story I wrote about a woman the world overlooked. Now, listen closely.
Fresh puff puff, one puff puff puff. Fresh puff puff, one puff puff.
Just drive slow.
Fresh puff puff, one puff puff.
Stop the car.
Fresh puff puff, one puff puff.
That's the governor. What's he doing here?
Jason?
It's me, Mama.
She sold Puff Puff outside the mall. But everyone froze when the governor knelt. To greet her, the air outside Riverfront Shopping Mall was thick that morning. Hot oil sizzled in a dented aluminum pot. A woman sat on an overturned crate, her soft body hunched over her setup. Her name was Amaya Brooks, and she was invisible. Not literally, but close enough. People walked past her like she wasn't there. Designer bags swinging, heels clicking, eyes forward. She called out softly, "Fresh puff puff, warm puff puff." No one stopped. A young woman in a cream pantsuit glanced at her, wrinkled her nose, and kept walking. Amaya didn't flinch. She'd learned not to. But then, something happened. A black SUV pulled up to the curb. Slow, deliberate. The kind of vehicle that makes people turn and stare. The back door opened, and a man stepped out, tall, sharp, dressed like power itself, dark chocolate skin, clean fade, trimmed beard. A silver chain caught the light. People froze. Someone whispered, That's Governor Jason Mason, the governor of Chicago." And he was walking straight toward Amaya. She looked up, confused. He stopped in front of her. Then, he did something no one expected. He knelt, right there on the sidewalk, took her hand and said, "Mama." The crowd went silent. Phones came out, fingers pointed, jaws dropped. Amaya's eyes filled with tears. She whispered, "Jason." He nodded. "It's me, Mama. I found you." And just like that, the world tilted. Before I continue, if you're watching this, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button for Storytime with Precious. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story like this. Drop a like on this video, and comment your country and what time you're watching. Let me know you're here. Now, back to the story. 15 years ago, Chicago was hit by one of the worst disasters the city had ever seen. A gas line explosion. Buildings collapsed. Fires raged. Entire blocks were destroyed. Amaya was 23 years old, pregnant, alone. She'd been living in a small apartment on the south side. Nothing fancy, but it was hers. That night, she lost it all. The explosion tore through her neighborhood like a monster. She ran, barefoot, bleeding, clutching her stomach. The contractions started as she stumbled through the rubble. Pain ripped through her body. She collapsed behind an unfinished building, half-standing concrete walls and exposed rebar. No one around, just her, and the baby trying to come. She screamed, but no one heard. Hours passed. The pain was unbearable. And then, she felt it. The baby. A boy. She heard him cry, just once. A weak, fragile sound. She tried to hold him, tried to see his face, but her vision blurred. Blood pooled beneath her, and everything went black. When she woke up, the sun was already high. Her body ached. Her hands were empty. She sat up, panic flooding her chest. "My baby!" She looked around, frantic. Nothing. No blanket, no bundle, no cry. Just dust and silence. She searched, crawling, calling out, begging.
My baby! Where is my baby? Please, someone, where's my son? Where is my baby? Please, someone, where is my son?
But the streets were chaos. People searching for loved ones. Ambulances screaming. Smoke still rising. No one noticed her. No one cared. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. She reported it, filed missing person reports, went to hospitals, shelters, orphanages. Nothing. It was like he never existed. But she knew. She'd held him. She'd heard him cry. And someone had taken him. Years passed. Amaya never stopped looking, but she had to survive. So she started selling puff puff, small, round, golden fried dough balls dusted with sugar. She set up outside Riverfront Mall every morning, a folding table, a plastic container, a small pot of oil balanced on a portable burner. People ignored her. Some days she sold a few. Most days, nothing. A teenage girl once bought 3 pieces, took 1 bite, made a face, and tossed the rest into a trash bin right in front of Amaya. Her friends laughed. One of them said, "Girl, why'd you even buy from her?" The girl shrugged. "I felt bad." They walked away giggling. Amaya just wiped down her table. Didn't cry. Didn't react. She'd learned that tears didn't sell puff puff. At one morning, a boy appeared. Skinny, tired looking, maybe 12 or 13. He stood a few feet away staring at the puff puff. Amaya noticed. "You hungry, baby?" The boy didn't answer. She wrapped 5 pieces in a napkin and held them out. "Here, take it." He hesitated, then snatched the food and ate like he hadn't seen a meal in days. No thank you. No eye contact. Just ate and left. Amaya smiled. At least someone got fed today. The boy came back. Every few days. Same routine. Amaya would see him. Offer food. He'd take it and disappear. One day she asked, "What's your name?" He stopped chewing. Looked at her. "Jaitian." She nodded. "I'm Amaya. You can call me Miss Amaya." He didn't respond. But the next time he came, he said, "Thank you, Miss Amaya." And that's how it started. Slowly, Jason began to talk. Told her about his stepfather, how the man beat him, called him worthless, made him sleep outside when he came home late, told her his real mother had passed away 2 years ago, and now he had no one. Amaya listened, and something inside her broke. This boy, lost, abandoned, alone, just like her son might be. She made a decision. "You keep coming here, okay? I'll make sure you eat." Jason's eyes softened. "Why you being nice to me?" Amaya's voice cracked. "Because someone should." Months went by. Jason became a regular part of her day. She started saving a little money. Not much. Just whatever she didn't need for supplies. One afternoon, she handed him an envelope. He opened it. Cash. Not a lot. Maybe $60. But to him, it was everything. "Miss Amaya, I can't." "Yes, you can." She gripped his hand. You get yourself into a school. You hear me? You make something of yourself." Jason's lip trembled.
I wish you were my mama. I wish you were.
Amaya pulled him into a hug. They both cried. Then he stopped coming. Days turned into weeks. Amaya asked around. A woman at the corner store told her. "That boy got kicked out. Stepfather said he stole money." Amaya's heart sank. She knew Jason. He wouldn't steal. But what could she do? She had no address, no way to find him. So she kept selling puff puff, kept hoping, kept praying. What Amaya didn't know was that Jason had been taken in by a man named Nasir Hayes. Nasir was a government official. Wealthy, no wife, no kids. But he had a habit of taking in boys from the streets, giving them work, shelter, a second chance. Jason became one of his houseboys. He cleaned, cooked, ran errands. And Nasir noticed something. This boy was different, honest, hard-working, never complained. So Nasir did something he'd never done before. He sent Jason to school. The other houseboys hated it. They whispered behind his back, started stealing money, and blaming Jason. Nasir believed them at first, but one day he set a trap, left marked bills in a drawer, waited. The other boys took the bait, and when Nasir checked Jason's room, nothing. He fired the others that same day, told Jason, "You're the only one I trust." Years passed. Nasir fell ill. Cancer. Jason dropped out of college to care for him, bathed him, fed him, stayed up through the pain. Nasir's lawyer visited one night, brought papers. Nasir signed everything over to Jason, the house, the investments, the businesses, everything. Jason cried. Why me?" Nasir smiled weakly. "Because you stayed when no one else did." 3 days later, Nasir passed, and Jason, at 25 years old, became a very wealthy man. He didn't waste it, used the money to finish school, started a foundation, got into politics, ran for governor, and won. People were shocked. Some tried to reconnect. His stepfather showed up at his office one day, smiling, arms open. "My boy! I always knew you'd make it." Jason stared at him. "You kicked me out." The stepfather laughed nervously. "That was a misunderstanding, son. I was trying to teach you. Get out." Jason's voice was ice. "Before I have you removed." The stepfather left, but not before going around town, bragging, buying expensive clothes, jewelry, a car, telling everyone, "My son's the governor, he'll pay me back." Jason heard about it, didn't say a word. Then she came, an older woman, frail, nervous. She knocked on his office door one evening. Jason's assistant let her in. "Governor, this woman says she needs to speak with you. Privately." Jason looked up, didn't recognize her. "What can I do for you?" The woman's hands shook. "I need to confess something." Jason leaned forward. "Go on." She took a breath. 15 years ago, I was paid to take a baby, a newborn boy, from behind a building on the south side during the disaster. Jason's blood went cold. "What?" "I was told to bring him to a woman. She couldn't have children. Her husband didn't know. So she paid me a lot of money to take that baby and give it to her." Jason stood. "Who was the mother?" The woman pulled out a photo. Old, faded, but clear enough. A young woman, brown skin, bright smile, a pregnant belly. Jason took the photo. His hands trembled. "Where is she?" "I don't know, but I have her name. Amaya Brooks." Jason's knees almost gave out. Amaya. Miss Amaya. The puff lady. The woman who fed him when no one else would. The woman who gave him money she didn't have. The woman who hugged him and called him worthy. His mother? He didn't sleep that night. The next morning he ordered his driver to take him around the city. They searched. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3. He told his driver to stop at Riverfront Mall.
Just drive slow.
And then he saw her.
Stop the car.
Sitting on her crate, pot of oil sizzling, calling out, softly, "Fresh puff puff." Jason's heart stopped. "Stop the car." He got out. People noticed immediately. Whispers spread. That's the governor. What's he doing here?" Jason walked toward her. Amaya looked up. Her eyes widened. "Jason?" He nodded, tears already streaming. "It's me, Mama." He knelt, right there, in front of everyone. Took her hands. "I'm your son. The baby you lost. I'm here." Amaya's breath caught. No, no, that can't. It is, I promise. It's me. She touched his face, traced his features, and then she broke, sobbed, pulled him into her arms. My baby, my baby. The crowd stood frozen, phones recording. Some people cried. Others just stared. Jason explained everything, brought the woman who confessed. She told Amaya the whole story, how she was paid, how the baby was sold, how the foster mother raised him as her own. Amaya cried until she had no tears left. But she wasn't angry. She was grateful. Or at least... He's here now? Jason moved her into his home that same day. Arrested the foster mother for child trafficking. Arrested the woman who took him. Both were charged. Both went to prison. Amaya's life changed overnight. The woman people ignored was now the governor's mother. Those same people who threw her Puff away. They tried to apologize, tried to act like they'd always been kind. Amaya didn't entertain it. She forgave them. But she didn't forget. Jason gave her everything. A house, a business, security. But she still made Puff, not to sell, to give away, to kids who looked hungry, to people who looked lost, because she knew what it felt like, to have nothing, and she never wanted anyone to feel invisible again. So what do you think? Would you have done what Amaya did? Kept giving, even when no one gave back? Let me know in the comments. And if this story touched you, subscribe to Storytime with Precious. Hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. We upload stories like this all the time, so turn on notifications. And I'll see you in the next one.